I mean, at the end of the day, bro, it's really just action. So why don't we just go ahead and get right into it? Welcome to the Just Action podcast, where all we do is take action. I am your main man, AJ, here with some good friends of mine, Josh, Dre.
What's up, man?
What's going on,
What's
man?
going on, bro?
How you doing, brother?
Episode 2. We made it.
It was a long ass episode 1, but hey, we finally, taking baby steps. We taking baby
Steps at a
steps.
time. Speaking of baby steps at a time, make sure you like,
Yes.
comment, subscribe.
Please.
All three, please. We'll have some socials down at the
free.
bottom as well.
Literally free.
It's literally free.
Just show some
No
love, man.
cost.
Y'all fuck with us.
And if you're on the socials, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you see this on, make sure you join the discussion because we love engagement, man. We really do.
Real.
We
Talk y'all
open up
shit.
these forums because this is what we love. We love having these talks and we love having them with you. Everybody has a story and we want them to be told. So please
Facts.
join the discussion. Be a part of the community.
Yes.
That's the only way we're gonna grow this thing, man. Y'all gotta keep it a buck. Say how y'all feel. It's a what people like to say, safe space. Right? Ain't nobody trying to judge y'all. I know it's social media, so put whatever you're comfortable under the post, but really engage with us. You know, have those conversations.
Yeah.
There was one real good conversation that was going on in a few clips.
Yeah.
And we love shit like that,
Yeah.
right? Because it helps us grow and it helps people explain their journey.
Yeah,
So,
and it shows that like the conversations that we're having, other people are passionate about.
Facts.
And that it means something to them. So it's not just like wasted time.
It's conversations
You know what I mean?
of substance. Like we actually talk about something on this podcast. Like it's not just one of those three motherfuckers with a mic talking shit about females and
Whatever it may be.
negativity. Nah, it's actually
Facts.
contrast, bro. So thank y'all for again. I'm gonna keep showing love, bro. I appreciate y'all for allowing me to be on here with y'all,
me
man.
as well,
For
bro.
sure, brother. It's all love. It's
Yeah.
all love. And speaking of love, we want to do the check-in as always because nobody's going to check on us if we don't check on ourselves.
Facts.
100.
Josh, in 90 seconds or less, tell me,
Yes, sir.
how you doing?
I'm doing good, my man. Sticking to my routine, which has been big for me. I like just yoga,
Yep.
water,
Yep.
push-ups.
Love it.
Doing 100 push-ups a day, I honestly cannot tell you how much it's helped me. Super easy, doing wherever you want, home, right before you go to bed, however you get them done. And then sober October, so no drinking, no eating, out,
Yeah.
no weed, nothing.
That's
like
tough for
it.
the Scorpios. I'm gonna keep it a band. It is Scorpio season.
Bro, it's day, what is it, day
October
5.
4th.
So,
Day 5.
yeah.
And you started September.
I started September 29th.
So it's probably like day 6 for me.
Okay.
Day 6.
You're almost there.
Yeah.
You're almost there.
24
We'll check
days.
back in on the Sober October
Yeah.
towards
Yeah.
towards the end of this pod. Dre, 90 seconds or less, tell me how you doing.
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really on a high frequency, right? I'm vibing high. I'm doing a lot similar shit to you, meditating, getting good sleep. But I will be remiss if I've been traveling a lot, man. Like these
Yeah.
past few months, these past few weeks, I've definitely been going on a lot of business trips, having some fun too at the same time. But I'm tired.
Yeah,
I need to sit the fuck down.
I can imagine.
And I'm just excited for me to spend time with my family. You
Yeah.
know, for the holiday season. It's getting cold outside, so it's really just time to sit the fuck down, stack this money, and just stay out the way. So I'm feeling good.
Sounds like you're doing a lot of good stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm trying.
What about you,
brother.
AJ?
I'm trying,
Talk
brother.
to us, man.
please.
Yeah, bro, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Life has hit pretty hard the past week and a half, but I think with great discussions from you, from Dre, from a couple of other, prominent people in my life, I'm finding a way to push through it, figure a way to get out of it, and it kind of ties in with what I got with the topic today, so we can hop right in it.
Yeah, talking shit.
One of the big things that I've really been figuring out that I want to pursue is not chasing money. I think I've done that with a couple of things in life, and this has come about because I was recently fired from my job. Kind of a big moment, but through it all, I realized what I really want to do is like help people, and in what capacity that is more so in this media space. So editing videos per se to get out to people that has a message behind it. Like we were saying at the beginning, we want to make sure that we have this safe space where these discussions aren't just three dudes with a mic. We're actually talking about something that we're taking action on, because at the end of the day, it's just action. But it's really opened my eyes to figuring out I don't need to chase money, because when I did that, I was depressed. I mean, I think you talked about it last podcast of just you chased the dollar bill and you chased it, and then when you looked back or looked up in the sky, it was like, what am I doing with my life? You didn't know what was going on. So I think the same thing kind of happened, but it didn't take as long for me. Yours was a couple years, mine was a couple months.
Yeah.
And then it actually,
So I'm happy for you on that.
yeah, I was able to sit back and kind of reflect on what am I really trying to do? Like, what am I really passionate about? Because on the list of things, I think money might be fourth or fifth. You know, I really enjoy my time with people that I love, with you guys, actually doing something that I'm really passionate about, helping people's up there and actually just being healthy and being able to have the time to be healthy and do those things. So one of the things I wanted to bring to you guys was, of course, we're chasing money because money gives you the opportunity of freedom, but how are you helping people in your passion, and how does that look like in your field or respective fields of whatever you're doing? I know we all come collectively here to do the podcast, and that's something that we kind of have together, but in your own rights, what are you doing per se in your life that is not money driven, but it can help somebody in some way or fashion?
So for me, I own a semi-pro basketball team.
I love that.
Like, I feel like this is a great segue to that and to tie it all in, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people would be like, "Oh, you own a basketball team, you're doing this shit for money." Let's call a spade a spade. If you're a semi-pro basketball owner, you're not making that much money.
Yeah.
Like, if any. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
the
So
love.
I'm not doing this shit for people to receive money. I'm doing this shit, one, because I love the game.
Yeah.
Right? That's a passion that I have.
Yeah.
Right? And I always have. I'm also doing it because I know a lot of other people, a lot of other hoopers like me want to succeed in this realm. Why can't I provide that opportunity, that platform for them to be successful, right?
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, you can't really do it the right way without that capital, bro.
Yeah.
that's
so
so true.
this is
So true.
it's tough, right? Because in order for me to really be successful the way I want to move, like I have this crazy vision of owning an NBA team and all type of shit, but you can't do it without literally billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
No,
So
exactly.
that's my question back to y'all too. And I'm sorry for skipping over you.
No.
But like, how do you help people without the capital? Right. That's tough.
And I'll tell you right now, from firsthand experience, I don't have the answer for you. I think what I'm really trying to figure out is, how do I find something that provides that covers the expenses that I need to live right now. Okay. So if I can cover everything that I need to live, from then on, everything else can kind of work its way into that subsidiary capital that we're talking about, to try and build that generational wealth, or whatever you're looking for
100%.
outside of that. So I think earned income is a necessity of one of the 7 incomes of a millionaire. One of them has to be earned income. So you're doing labor. Outside of that, I really think using my brain. There's a book of How Rich People Think, and one of the things is you think. You don't use your body. So of course, earned income is labor, everything neck down. But you're going to make so much money from the neck up. So I'm really trying to use my brain and ideas of how can I gain money without using my body. So whether that be merch, shout out to the Stay Goofy shirt we see right here. Whether that be a way to figure out how to.
Hey,
That was good.
Can
It was.
we speak on this again? We
Yeah,
had the conversation
we'll
when I
jump-
first
we'll jump-
came
yeah.
in here, but
that I'm a really good friend because I
this is
support my
fucked up.
friends.
Nah,
Hey,
this is
Dre-
fucked up.
No, look, I mean this,
No.
guys. Women specifically. I support people that I love. And
Yo.
Dre does, but he does it from a distance. He wears his shirt to sleep. I wear mine out.
My shirt is literally at the crib, folded up, and I'm visioning it right now. I feel like shit.
I can
do.
visualize mine as well.
Oh my god, yeah,
can
but
actually see it.
this shit was not planned. This was not in the group chat. Nobody came out and was like, "Yo, this is what the fuck we're doing."
Yeah.
He just
Stay Goofy. Get you a shirt. We
the
still have some
universe.
available.
But yeah, my
limited
fault.
few.
Go
Limited few.
ahead, go ahead.
But yeah, so figuring out a way to do shirts. I mean, there's money that came from that. At this point, the only work I do is to get it in the mail. I'm not using my body.
How's that process?
Passive income.
passive?
How's that? Because speaking of passive, is it really passive if you're doing shit?
Yes.
I
Built
would-
inventory is passive income.
Really?
Yeah, I would say because I'm not necessarily. Well,
Is your packaging like? Is it
Well,
like?
it
okay,
becomes
no, that-
passive. So
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
so passive income would be like a stock, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to buy the stock, how'd you get the money to buy the stock?
Earn income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it became passive once you bought the stock.
Where you're receiving dividends and shit
So
like that.
he did the videos, bought the stock, and now he's making passive income off the delivery.
There it is.
So it's like he did all the work building up to that. Now it's just shipping.
Damn. Does it get annoying? Because I seen your video. The video was hard, right? But I
Yeah.
seen you packaging your shit like when you're overwhelmed, like
I'll tell you right now, bro. I would do that 10 times over.
for sure.
because then think about the return too, and the fact of helping people. Let's tie it back to helping people. When somebody sends me the picture of them getting the shirt that I packaged, that I wrote their name on,
That makes you feel good.
bro.
That makes you
That's the best feeling in the world.
I mean, you probably felt the same way when you gave me the shirt and you had to put the
I fucked
letter
with that
in there.
so heavy, yeah.
I was like, bro, this is like
You took your time.
it was you.
Yeah.
It was you. Like if I would have done that, it wouldn't have felt the same.
Yeah.
It was very. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everybody's
it's
you're
personal.
your own brand. You're doing really well with just being yourself, and luckily yourself is someone that other people just fuck with.
Yeah, I appreciate
So it's-
that.
I mean, that's
I appreciate
goal.
that a lot, man.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to touch on to circle back to you and, you know, the trials and tribulations or what you're facing now.
Yeah.
Right? Getting fired. I'll be the first to say I've gotten fired plenty of times. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure many people like us have have gotten fired as well. But the same thing at the same token is, again, back to InvestFest. What does everybody say happens right before a success story or some great shit
It's
happens?
turmoil.
Yep.
Every time, right?
Yeah.
So you have to go through the bullshit to get to the great shit as long as you stay with it.
You gotta stay with the
Right.
great, and I think that's what's happening right now. Is I've 10 toes like double.
Yeah.
I folded down, doubled down on like, yo, if this is what it's gonna be, like I'm gonna go ahead and go all in.
That mindset.
If that's like editing videos to the ass crack of dawn, I'm gonna do it. If that's getting all this out whenever we need it, I have no problem with it because I already know where I'm trying to take it. Like this is just a step to it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I mean to cut you off.
No, that's fine.
Speaking
I mean,
of
we
which,
here.
I didn't mention this before. I'm saying it, so I'm saying this now. Have you thought about posting? Hey, look, this is like a portfolio essentially, right?
Yeah.
So like, if anyone's listening to this and they have an idea, I'll give you an example, very short and simple. Had the push-ups pay idea. I took it to AJ. AJ made promo videos for me
them shits was
within 30 minutes. I mean, everything was done. There's value there. Have you thought about going, okay, my boy Dre has a basketball company, making a promo video, shooting a DM to them without even asking, and then being like, yo, do you find value in this? Because you have all the skills. You're personable. You're good in front of a camera. You can edit. All you have to do is just, if you say like you just did the work,
Yeah.
and then just sent it to them,
Yeah.
and be like, yo, what do you think about this?
It's content
Would you
creator,
pay,
right?
Would you
Yeah.
pay me for this?
I actually just built a Upwork portfolio. So
Beautiful.
yeah, that I'm glad
that's
you
in the
said
mix.
that. So yeah, that's
Okay,
something
yeah.
that I'm working
That's
on.
crazy
For
that you
sure.
say that too, because I met with the creative director of my team today. We had a meeting with me and a few other board members, and the main topic was marketing. Right? How the fuck do we grow this brand? How do we like post videos? There's a certain way you go about it, right? There's a content plan. We're gonna post this on Tuesday, Thursday. We create templates for this. I'm thinking the whole time, bro, this is AJ's like lane.
Yeah.
Like this is literally what the fuck he does. And it's crazy that you said that. We didn't even have this conversation. That's something that I plan on talking to you about, is tying that in with the Nova Bulls. So I know it's an aside.
We'll get to that.
but
We'll get to that.
Yeah, I'm
But
excited.
I think yours is great. Nova Bulls
Yes,
having
you.
something to help. I think we've had the heart story with me figuring out my life and what I want to do with it. But I think this is definitely applicable to anybody who's just
Yeah.
in a bad time or
Yeah.
feels like it's a bad time. It doesn't have to be. I honestly, outside of the actual process of being fired, I think I came to you guys with peace.
For sure.
Realizing that like, hey, like, it doesn't have to be bad if you know the plan. We talked about that too.
Yep.
If you know what you're about to do going forward, like, hey, just get to work at that point. But in regards to you, I would love to hear your side of it. Of just like, what do you find that you're passionate in, potentially in helping people? That just is a passion thing that could eventually turn to money outside of this podcast.
I feel like right now, honestly, in my growth development, I'm not really at a help someone else
Yeah,
point.
That's self-awareness.
That's-
And
that's-
You know, so I
knowing.
think like when it comes to finances, I'm very good with finances. Like when
Yeah.
it comes to money, if you need to learn how to save, you want to get in stocks, stuff like that, I'm really good with that. But giving advice, not really good at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm learning, and I think there's a lot of people that relate to me, and a lot of people that look at me as like an equal.
Yeah.
And then if I grow, if I take that next step that a lot of people maybe box me out of, I think that is how I can help other people.
I think that's
is by
super dope.
showing like, hey, look, you could also do this. If someone's so simple-minded as me, and someone like I've been my whole life been very simple-minded, narrow-minded, whatever you want to call it. If I can open up my horizon and be a different person, then it's gonna be like, okay, if Josh can do it, bro, I can easily do this shit.
Yeah.
So I think that's how I can help people is by actually just putting things into play.
I like that.
Can I ask you a question to tie into that? Do you feel like you have like a purpose here? Right? Or did you go through a tragic event to like a near-death experience? And there's a reason I'm asking this because have you ever been through something like that and you're like, man, God kept me here for a reason. I really need to.
I mean, I think like yes, overall. There's like I guess there's a lot of reasons. Like that would be that's very deep. Like if I answer that question, that would be a 20, 30 minute conversation.
Yeah.
Because that starts from when I was a kid. Like my mom wasn't supposed to have kids, so on and so forth. So yeah, I think there's definitely a purpose for me.
Yeah.
And I just think that like I gotta figure it out. I think that's for everybody.
And that's the fucking journey.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Always defer to the
And
end.
I think it's so
Always.
cool I'm able to hang out with people like y'all because it's different. Like you were saying how you getting fired, you got to. I think the valuable lesson that you got out of getting fired was the valuable lesson, that same thing that I got when I got the money. Because I'll just say it. I thought when I got to $100,000 in my bank account, I was like, oh, I'm rich.
Oh,
like
yeah,
to
you
me,
told me that, yeah.
that's rich. 100K, I'm fucking out the mud. I can do whatever I want, right?
Yeah.
And I got there and I was like, I'm not happier. Nothing.
Nothing's changed.
The value I got from learning that was worth $1 million. So like, there was value in $100,000. The $100,000, the value from it was that I realized there was no value in the money. Does that make sense?
That ties,
And so
that makes all the sense.
You
in the world.
learned in 3 months what some people take 50 years
Lifetime to understand.
of working a Fortune 500 company, making millions and millions of dollars, and they don't realize that till they get on their deathbed. And that's something that I'm so like happy and like I do not take for granted that I got to learn that at such a young age. And honestly, I think that's something that like you probably see it now, but I feel like in a year from now you'll be like, damn,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I really learned that. Like that's
Hindsight's
a
20/20.
that's a crazy thing to learn.
Yeah, and I think it ties back to a whole bunch of things, mainly with the point of this day and age, we really want to do what you want to do. And not necessarily like, I just want to go live my life in whatever fashion it is.
Yeah.
But like, if you have a skill set that you know you're good at, or you feel like you're quite adequate at it, like there's a way for it to be monetized in some form or fashion. Yeah. And if you can find a way to pursue and get through whatever it is, the bullshit that you have to get through, because of course nothing is easy. Like everything's gonna be hard at first. Like you have to go through it. Like you have to understand the pain before you can understand like why you're getting what you're getting. So I totally get that part, but I'm like, I'm willing to die about that. Like I'm willing to go through it because I understand at the end of it, like
You have to go through it, bro.
It's the same. Like yin and yang, you can't have a yin without the yang. Yeah, you can't.
I was actually literally thinking about this today at some point, and you probably have a saying for it actually. But do y'all think success without failure is success? Like, if you could be
Hell no.
successful 100% of the time,
No.
do you think you have to fail, right?
You don't know what true
You would
success
never
is.
understand what success is.
Yeah.
you won't
So it's
know.
like in the book I'm reading, Live Like a Monk, it talks about that. It talks about how if every time you fail, like genuinely speaking, every time you fail, you look at it as this is the growth for my next step. Like this right here, I'm about to make the leap.
Yeah.
And if you look at it like that and you actually like think of it as a bounce off instead of a boom, like a basketball. Hits the ground, what's it doing?
Coming right
It's
back.
coming right back up. If you throw it hard enough, it's coming way back up higher than you want. So it's like if we actually did that with each one of our failures, which I know I don't, but I'm gonna try to put that into my brain more. How crazy would you be?
Go ahead.
I do it.
That's why.
I do.
How long
you been doing that?
Again, though, everything started with the meditation, bro, and the being able to really control up here.
So about a year.
About a year and some
Okay.
change. And back to the job shit and being uncomfortable. Remember the text message?
Yeah.
I knew once I get through this fucking wall of uncomfort, at work, like chilling, doing it. Like I'm
Yeah.
cool now, right?
Yeah.
I got through the bullshit.
Yeah.
So I don't look at anything anymore as like I'm scared, because once that feeling of discomfort comes in, it's my brain literally telling me this shit is new. Figure it out. You grow through it, you're gonna be a different version of you.
That's dope.
Right? So and again, that shit takes time, bro. That
Fuck
shit takes meditation, but it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible.
I think I'm feeling that way now, and I think that's why I had the peace when I came to you about it. Because right before what I do that day, I meditated. And to just go quick segment deeper, and then we'll get into yours. Everything has kind of been happening for like a reason, and it's really been. And I've been prevalent on God like the past 2-3 weeks as I've been in the Bible and just meditating on stuff. But like that day, the book I'm reading, The Purpose Driven Life, that chapter was like, yo, today's the day. Like, say you will surrender your life to God, and you're worried about your ego, you're worried about yourself. Put your pride to the side, like give it to God and let everything happen. That day, I write an overview every day of something that I learned from that chapter, because you're supposed to read a chapter a day. Mm-hmm. I literally wrote, I will surrender my life to God that morning as I did my morning meditation. I meditated, read the Bible, and then I get up and do what I need to do. That day I get fired, it's like, yo, I wouldn't have wrote that same day. Like, it's just wild coincidences that are happening.
It's not a coincidence.
Well, yeah, exactly.
We don't believe,
of course I don't.
Yeah, bro,
you know,
that
like,
shit happens.
Universe is happening for
reason,
it. It happens, bro. It happens. So I say all that to say, like, yo, if you start meditating, you really start paying attention to the signs, like, that life is just giving you, especially when it gets deep. But
fuck that, real fast. How many angel signs did I send y'all, or angel numbers did I send y'all?
Bro, like 12, and now I'm on it because I catch it like clockwork.
Bro, you're in alignment with the universe.
I catch it like clockwork.
Whenever you're saying 11, 11, 10,
clockwork.
whatever, bro, you in alignment with the universe. Just keep doing what you're doing. And the universe is going to send bullshit at you to test you. How bad you really want it, yo? How bad you really want to be successful?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to tempt you with some bullshit. Yo, come to this party, like, and you like, yo, I need to really watch this YouTube video or this podcast, or I need to take my ass to sleep because I got to get up.
I got to take my ass.
Bro,
that's a real one. Where you like, yo, I got to go to sleep.
Exactly, bro.
Some people stay up and watch the extra episode or whatever.
Or TikTok, whatever. Right? So it's just that level of like, okay, I know I'm being tested. How bad do you really want to get that growth level going, right? So
I
love that. That's all that is, man.
And it's almost like, bro, I just literally just hit my head. Like, how dope would it be just that, like the little easy button from Staples?
That was easy.
If you just had like a little button next to your room or whatever, like an alarm, it's like you're distracted. Like every time you did some shit, you're distracted. And it just told you every time you're distracted.
You'd be like, my fault. Let me get back on it.
How many times did you hear that a day?
Oh, you fucking
all day. I'd be hearing that shit. Like your car, when you don't wear your seatbelt
and just keep beeping.
Like every time you get distracted, your brain, bro, you would learn.
Your brain would hurt.
Just one day, you went through that. You would find it.
There's a thing that they say to do to realize like kind of what your brain is on, where you write down everything you do as you do it that day. Like you take a day where it's like you just write down what you do and then you sit back and reflect on it. It's like sometimes you just be moving on autopilot. And then you'll go back and look and be like, why was I doing that? And that could be one of the things that you could really do as well.
Autopilot is huge right now, bro. Because I swear from January to now literally feels like a blur.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like Q4.
And I've been through 3 jobs, bro, since January. Like that.
Yeah.
Life is moving. The days are running together. And let me ask y'all, is that a good thing or a bad? I feel like it has a negative connotation behind it because we're not really appreciating the now. It's just like we're just going.
I think so. This is back to reading again. I was reading the Live with the Monk book, and it was talking about how when you're constantly chasing, so like you traveled a lot this year.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect example. Me too. And it's highs. It's highs, and lows. Right before you go on vacation, it's all you can think about. Then you're there, and then your brain is kind of telling you you're only here for a little bit of time, and then you're back. Yeah. So you're not present the whole time you're at work because you're thinking about going to the beach. And then when you get to the beach, the whole time you're thinking, fuck, Monday I gotta go back to work. So you're not present at the beach. And then when you get back home, you're present for like 2 days, and then you're like, I gotta find something new to do.
Wow.
So it's called they talk about being it's like attachment. If you're not attached to anything, then you won't have these up and downs. It's more of a coast, and the coast is actually what you're looking for. That's true happiness. And so you won't feel like you're just constantly. You won't feel like January turned to October because you weren't constantly wishing shit away.
Damn.
Bro, if you got that from that book, you are learning so much from that book right now.
That book, and I'm on page
he is
70.
talking crazy
I'm
right
on
now.
page 70 out of 300.
I thought he said 7.
Bro.
I was like, what the fuck kind of book is this?
Bro, you are getting so much knowledge from that book, bro. That's
Bro,
insane.
because
He said live like a monk?
live
Jay
like a
Shetty.
monk.
All right. Oh,
Yeah, bro. It's
we
cool
need to do a book.
because
I'll do a book club with that.
okay.
it's
I'm
cool
down.
because in
Okay.
the book he does challenges, and it's it's test, and it'll say, hey, I want you to write this down. So you journal while you're doing the book. So I just have my journal with me, and it'll be like, write down your 5 best friends. Now write down 5 things you love about them.
That's dope.
Tell me something that you don't like about them. Now why did you think that about them? And it's like, oh, he set you up.
Yeah.
He set you up to be like, why'd you even think that about
So
your
now
friend?
you're thinking differently.
And
now
so-
you're reading the book.
Now you're thinking
Yeah.
differently.
And so it's got me in like it's just it's a really good book. I definitely recommend it.
So you feel the growth within the book, right?
Oh,
Like,
100%.
And it's crazy. Most motherfuckers, and I was motherfuckers, most people wouldn't read a book after college, like unless we were really forced to.
That's me. He's
like unless we're really forced to. Bro.
I did not read a book after 4th grade Charlotte
Yeah.
Webb until AJ told me he was reading books, and I was like, and bro, I'll say it, I have no ego when it comes to this. I look up to you in a lot of ways. So when you told me you were reading books, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna read a fucking book then. I'm gonna figure this shit out.
He's been reading the fuck out of books.
I read
He's been
every-
reading more than me now.
I try to read every day.
bro.
It feels good, right? It raises.
It makes me,
it
makes me feel. I definitely feel more like not intelligent. I feel more in tune with myself. I sit in my room.
It's
I feel
making
more
you
in tune
think,
with myself.
right? Because you're not. It's somebody. One of my coworkers at a previous job was actually telling me, he's like, bro, I don't trust people that read books. And I'm in the middle of crushing books at the time, so I'm like, damn, why not?
Let me hear this.
He was like, because you're reading into the voice of somebody else, right? You're taking somebody else's thoughts.
I like that.
And you're not really formulating your own opinion. My rebuttal was this, bro. So you're telling me anything that you read, you're taking that as law. You're not gonna apply it to your life. You're not gonna formulate your own opinion based off what was said in the book.
Yeah.
So that and he didn't say he ain't shit today.
How about like if
Right.
I handed him a puzzle that an engineer made, Elon Musk made, and I said, hey, put this together. This is the only way you can get off Earth. He's not gonna read that. Sometimes it's good to
Yeah.
read in someone else's voice. Like the Bible, for instance. I'm not religious, but I know if I read the Bible, I would learn from it. Regardless, there's something to learn from it.
And it's perspectives.
Yeah,
Everybody's gonna
to
take
have
something
that-
different,
I
right?
mean, I think it's a cool outlook, but to have that outlook, you have to be so egotistical. It's insane.
He was one of those.
Yeah,
he was
you-
one of those. Yeah, he was ready to quit that job after a week. Like he was different.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man. But
You know
yeah,
who you are.
you know who you are. But yeah,
Yeah.
that motherfucker was hilarious.
But yeah, that's a wild take.
I think with everything that was happening right there was amazing, especially like you can see the growth
Yeah.
from reading. Not just from you, but I mean especially from you because
Thank you.
your shit, what you just said was amazing. That's one of those things that I think is really cool with the book that I read was Limitless by Jim Quick. He says like the 3 main takeaways that you really need to do while you're reading is like, why do I need to read this? As you're reading it, like understand why I'm reading it, how will I use it, and why must I use it?
I love
so like,
that.
especially as you're going through that book of like, the dude is telling Jay Shetty's telling you like, yo, open up your journal and do this. Like you're actively reading.
Yeah.
It's not a passive sport. Like you actually have to be active. And then for you to rehearse it, like recite it back to us is secondary teaching. It's like you're just
very true.
reiterating everything that you learned. So
big.
now it's deeper ingrained into you. So kudos to you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I know you said
Appreciate
that
you.
Charlotte Webb shit, but it don't sound like it. I tell you that.
This is what this podcast is about. This is what this platform is about. Being
taking
able to
action.
witness the growth. Like just
Yeah.
imagine we get to episode 55,
Bro.
You're 3-4 books in, 5-6 books in.
Yeah.
Your mindset.
What's
your,
that dude
your
named Ty
thoughts.
Lopez that you always see on them ads? You gonna be like him, a Ferrari in the
With
back
a
of his
whole bunch
garage
of
with a whole
shit.
bunch
Right,
of books and shit
right,
talking about
right.
yo, you
Right.
could be just like me.
and don't get it fucked up, yo. Like reading isn't the end all be all. Like you're not just gonna read books and realize
Yeah,
everything.
dramatically smart.
It goes back to you really have to put yourself into the book,
It's just action.
right? And you have to apply what you're reading. You have to.
I think it does a really good job of like, especially I didn't realize this. I have such lack of guidance, right?
Yeah.
I don't really have any role models. So when you read a book by somebody who's done some dope shit. It's a role model, and it's not someone that you can put a face to. So like, for instance, I said AJ is one of my role models, right? Now I don't know you that well, right?
Yeah.
And which is
Still
great
getting
for
to
me.
learn. Yeah.
They say you don't want to learn, you don't want to meet your hero, you don't want to meet your heroes, right? Because you can then make them human. With books, you can't make a book human. Yes, a human wrote that book, but at the end of the day, the learnings from it, you don't visualize the person. You just visualize, you make up a person. At least I do. I make up what Jay Shetty looks like when I'm reading this book. And to me, he doesn't look anything like what he looks like on the front cover. So this person's teaching me, and it's some old wizard. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So you
like
can't
it.
put any, you don't box them at all. It's whatever they're teaching you. Like if you let that instill into you, it's gonna make you a better person if you're reading the right shit. Obviously,
You're going in there with a clean slate.
yeah, which is
Right.
dope because it's
Yeah.
like a book. A book can be your role model. If you
The right
lack
book.
that, if you lack that, it's awesome. Like
A lot of those books are definitely like if you never were able to meet the individual, the book tells it all.
yeah.
The book will
I
tell
don't
it all.
want to meet the individual.
Yeah, and I think
I'm
it's even
good.
better because at that point, like you were saying, like you don't see the individual even though he's on the front of the cover. While you're
Yeah.
reading it, it's almost like if you're able to visualize while you're reading, it's like it's like a movie that's happening. He's
Yep.
telling you these stories, he's writing these things. It's not like you're visualizing him writing the script down. It's like no, you're reading it, and the things that he's saying or portraying in the book is like
you're immersing yourself, bro.
You get
You
lost
can-
in the book, bro.
You can, bro. Like I was literally just thinking about it. Just thought of this right now, and it's very, very true. You envision yourself sometimes. Like he was talking about when he first became a monk. He dropped out of school, and no, I'm sorry, he graduated college. I apologize. And he had to choose. Did he want to go get a job, or did he want to go to monk school? He went to monk school, and I'm like, he's talking about it, and I'm imagining myself going there. So like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So you can even put yourself in that position. You can't do that if you're not reading.
And
You
that's
really can't.
That's where you get the most out of the books.
Yeah.
just thinking
Put
of people,
yourself in it,
Just
yeah.
thinking of the kids or even teenagers who are reading Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and Twilight. They were throwing themselves in the book.
100%.
In love with Edward. In love with
like
bro,
I'm
Yeah.
Edward.
come on.
Like,
So
I'm
just
him.
and just imagine if people applied that to Think and Grow Rich or The Secret. That book changed everything for me.
And
that was the one.
that's dope.
Yeah.
That's
And you just
very
immerse
Yeah,
yourself. Bro.
I think a big thing, takeaway to make it like applicable is like 10 pages a day. I mean, you've
Easy.
said it multiple times, but to like drive this home, like we talking about envisioning yourself and what it is while you're reading, but like how do you get to that point of like I'm in this book and I understand it? 10 pages a day.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you find yourself enjoying it, like you said. Like, and
Bro,
that-
I'm reading Saturdays. I'm reading
Yeah.
Sundays. Like I'm going. I didn't watch any football Sunday.
Hey, no FanDuel?
Monday, no.
FanDuel would beat my ass.
I'm
so I
all,
feel you.
and I also stopped gambling. So I mean,
Oh, is that part of the sober or October?
I just stopped gambling.
I feel you.
Well, I mean, speaking of Sober October, great segue. Tell us, man. I know it's October right now, and you got a lot of things going on. So tell us what's happening.
I'm going all in. No weed, no alcohol, and like those two things, they're easy for me. I don't really smoke. I don't really drink.
Yeah.
I'm not eating out, which is really hard for me. I eat out 2 to 3 times a day. No sex, and then no masturbation for a month. Which is like not the craziest shit, but it's just like once you say you're not gonna do it, then you're like, damn. Once it's off the table.
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, hold on, I might want to do that. You know what I mean?
It's that psychology, right? Like
It's like-
Chick-fil-A being closed on Sunday. Fuck,
man,
I
I
want
want
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A.
so bad today.
Yep, and that's why I'm doing it. I don't have like an addiction to any of these things. Eating out I do, but I don't have an addiction to any of these things. I just need discipline. Like I need to do something that I don't want to do for no reason. Like I don't want to do any of these things.
Now,
and there's no reason that I have to do any of these
Do you
things.
think that forces growth?
I don't know.
You'll find
I
out.
haven't been doing it.
About to find out. Fuck around and find out. I did. Yeah. Fuck around and find out, my boy.
Yeah, I don't know.
See me in November.
I could, and at the end of the day, I could be like, yeah, that was dumb. But guess what? I've been drinking, I've been smoking, I've been eating out. I will be fine for 30 days. And so I might have some crazy revelation at the end and be like, this is what I need to do.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But you never know unless you took the jump, took the leap. I'm with you on the Sober October. I'm
Yeah.
not as deep as you, but I'm giving up alcohol, weed. Big one for me. Like you said, eating out was big for you, but hookah for me, I smoke hookah pretty much every day. So
Let's go.
to get that shit up was a little bit painful. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But I was looking at it this way, and we talked about it earlier, but just like, don't want things to be the master of you. You don't have any addictions and everything. I look at it as like, I don't want nothing to like control me at any point in time. Like, so if I can't stop for 30 days, like, what does that say about me?
Yeah.
So not that I think it got to the point too where I was like, bro, I can give up hookah whenever. Like, and that sounds like addiction, because then it'd
Yep.
be like 2 days and be like, let me,
Yeah.
one ain't gonna hurt, I'll do it tomorrow. So to give it up for 30 days, I think really is cool. And I think this could be a nice like habitual thing where it's like every other month, bi-monthly, or
Dude, I would love
just
a challenge.
finding a way to just do this, because if I can give it up for 30 days, imagine I've smoked probably for 3 years straight since I figured out what a hookah was. Like I
shit
bought
is
my
nasty,
own,
bro.
I got it in the crib, and it's like, so to
You got
stop
the
for
pen
30
too?
days, no, that's insane.
So do you know the little vape pen?
Yeah, I'm not taking it on the
go.
go. Like
that
I'll
shit so
set
big.
my shit up.
Everyone's vaping.
Not me.
That's
I
it.
don't vape. I'm not saying
Yeah,
I
yeah,
vape.
yeah.
I'm
That's
saying
how
I
I'm
don't
surprised.
vape.
I thought you had that.
Nah,
Okay.
I feel like that's too far. Like,
I mean, smoking hookah every day.
yeah, but I'm saying to take it out of the crib. Like, I'm not trying to smoke while I'm out. Like, I've seen people that's like, they
work.
can't, and it's like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't stop for 8 hours while we at work. Like,
Yeah.
So what does it do? I'm not a hookah smoker. Hookah gives you a head high.
Head high.
Head high.
And it calms your nerves.
So
Tobacco
what's the
calms
difference
your nerves.
relaxation.
What's the difference between that and weed then?
Weed is a psychosomatic. Is that what it's called?
Oh, that's way above my pay grade.
That could be wrong, but I mean, if someone corrects me, that means they're listening.
Oh, facts.
But I'm pretty sure it's a psychosomatic, which
Yeah.
means it makes you like it actually changes your like alters your brain.
Oh,
That's when you're high. So like THC, you got like CBD that has no THC in it.
and you got the
And-
you got the Delta 8 shit.
With
That
Delta,
Delta
8
is-
is no Delta 8. Do not use Delta 8.
Really? I mean,
Please tell me, because I did it one time and it didn't.
It's
I didn't
not
like
good.
it.
It's
it's fake THC, right?
It's fake
Essentially.
THC. No, it's
Essentially.
fake weed. Yeah, people
Oh.
will tell you 1,000 different things, and I'm not here.
Yeah,
To
I did
listen.
it one time. I was like,
Was you
it
fried?
wasn't. No,
I ate
and that was the
one
thing. They was
gummy
like,
and
"Yo, this
lost my
dope," because
shit,
it was
bro.
in Georgia. And you know how they say like you got to cut all that out.
Yes.
So I went and I was going to go to the store, get my hookah, you know what I'm saying, the shisha or whatever. And he was just like, "Yo, you heard about the Delta 8?" Gave it to me. I was like, I tried everything once or whatever. Smoked that joint. It was just like, bro, this is nothing.
Everything once.
Word.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, not everything. Yeah, not everything.
Nah, honestly, I ate a
That's
Delta 8
wild.
gummy and had a completely different experience than you.
So you was fucked up.
Oh, bro, I was in my room. This is embarrassing, but this is the God's honest
That's
truth.
edible
I was in my
stuff,
room
yeah.
freaking the fuck out, and I heard like a big like bang in my living room, and I had fully convinced that someone broke into our house and killed my best friend.
Hey yo.
I was like, I
That
got
Delta, hey, that Delta
and
8
I
is
said, I
crazy.
did. I said, I will never ever take a Delta 8 again, bro. Like I had one gummy, bro, not a Sour Patch.
How
Kid.
many milligrams was it?
I have no idea. Enough to kill a fucking elephant. That shit
It
was
was strong.
ridiculous.
Good God.
But, yeah, nah, I'm not,
I'm a THC guy, locked and loaded.
Oh no, I gotta put pressure on you. What are you giving up for Sober October?
Okay.
Yeah, the pressure. Yeah.
Something. What is? How about this? What are you addicted to outside of like?
And it don't have to be drugs, but just like
Yeah.
something that you're like,
Like I'm addicted to sugar, and I know that.
I
What
finished
am-
the whole pack like it was nothing.
What am I addicted
We ate his
to?
ribs.
Yeah.
What am I addicted to? What am I addicted to? I would say, like, we had this discussion briefly earlier. With me, I'm the king of DoorDash, eating out. Right.
Okay.
And like I was telling y'all earlier, I was driving over here thinking of like, yo, I really need to eat a lot better, eat healthier, eat cleaner, eat more
Love
lean.
this.
Because
See where it's going.
yeah, I'm training my ass off right now for
Yeah,
next
I've
season.
seen it. I've seen it.
And I really need that shit to translate in a way that is crazy, right? And the only
Yep.
way for me to do that is to go from top to bottom, make sure the shit I'm putting into my body is the right shit.
Yep.
So what I say all that to say is for my Sober October, which is my fucking birthday month, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm stepping out of a comfort zone here.
I like it.
love
He's
it.
taking action.
Yeah,
that boy
yeah,
taking
yeah.
action. Go ahead,
and I
boy.
know it ain't nothing crazy because I'm just keeping kosher.
No, yeah.
But hey, that DoorDash bill every month is crazy.
So no DoorDash
So
or
no-
no eating out at all.
I'd say no eating out at all. So what?
Until your birthday.
Until October 26th.
Okay.
I like it.
Until
Well,
October 26th.
on the camera.
Yeah.
I like
no
it.
eating out starting when? Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Because I got some spaghetti from the
Honestly,
Company sitting at the
you
crib.
could.
Okay,
You could
yeah,
honestly
yeah.
go till tomorrow afternoon because you gotta go grocery shopping.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to get the
I
groceries.
do. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get
So tomorrow afternoon, because you weren't ready for this
for sure.
at all. We sprung this on you.
We peer pressured you.
Damn. Tomorrow? Actually, hold on.
Yeah, be real because you don't want to fail.
Facts. Okay, yeah.
go
I'm
when
going
it's
out
like
of town
works
this
for you.
weekend. I'm going to the Colts game. So
You gonna see Matt Ryan?
come on, bro.
Sorry,
Yeah, we suck, but it's my first NFL game.
Oh, that's gonna be lit. That's gonna be so lit.
yeah.
Who they
All
play?
right.
Huh?
Who they play?
The Broncos.
So
bro.
then,
that's right.
Yeah.
So then
Broncos.
tomorrow, it's gotta start. It's gotta start right now. Then, if
What?
you're
How
gonna
the
break
fuck-
one day, you gotta figure it out.
Okay, so but I'm leave. I leave. My flight leaves tomorrow night. Right.
what is
I
this?
get back Friday night.
Yeah, all that.
So it's 2 days. So the just when I'm
Pack
in
of
Denver,
salmon.
Are you going to They play Thursday night?
Thursday night game.
Hey, bro, I
you
went
going
to
crazy.
my favorite Mexican restaurant on happy hour.
And you didn't do shit.
I didn't get a singular item.
What's your favorite Mexican restaurant?
Blue Habanero right now because they have. Let me tell you. Hold on, I do have to say this real quick.
I can do
They
this.
put queso on happy hour. They put queso on the happy hour.
That's cheese, right? I ain't
With
cheese.
$5 margaritas, bro.
So you
Nah,
just
that
eating
shit is
cheese, bro? You
crazy.
just eating cheese?
Cheese and chips, bro.
Oh, I was like, what the
CC's.
like, just
Just
cheese,
fucking.
bro? Yeah, like what the fuck kind of
at a
happy
Mexican
hour is
restaurant,
this? Nah, I be in the house, bro.
Doing that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Talking about, I don't know what's this for.
Y'all had cheese and margaritas? What the fuck?
You
But
that's
nah, I
funny as a
can't. So
bitch.
I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to myself, bro. I go out to Denver, it's gonna be tough.
And you gotta get something else up then. We gotta get this.
we
This
gotta
is
get something.
That's a good topic. This is a good topic. Yeah.
I drink it. I don't give a fuck about that.
Okay.
Nope, not
Nope,
going
we ain't
there.
gonna bring that up.
Damn, can we get back? Like, I don't want to waste time sitting
we
here
can
thinking.
all right, look. This is what we'll do.
Or have something for them on Monday or Friday. Just start Friday.
I think we can get something out of them right now, personally.
Okay. Hey,
the
push
pressure-
the envelope. Push the
pressure makes
envelope. We got the
diamonds.
camera on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pressure
I
makes
mean, I'm
diamonds.
really drawing the blank over here.
I'm thinking, if you can't give something up, then you got to add something to the schedule.
What you mean by that?
How
Oh,
many-
you go longer.
Can you wake up at 5:30?
Oh,
He does that.
every-
He does
you
that
do that every day?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm lying. I have not. My son, for some fucking reason, he just sleeps in now.
So
He,
how about a morning check-in from now till October 30th at 5:30? Even if
go back to sleep.
you go back to sleep, but
Just
it's gotta
you gotta
be,
get up and
But it's gotta be a morning recording of you waking up and hitting 20 push-ups,
Oh, yeah.
or you cut food out completely. That's a fair trade.
He's going crazy. I like this.
I can do
thing.
the 5:30 shit.
Bet.
I can do the 5:30 shit easy.
Yeah.
Easy. I can do the 5:30 shit.
We'll have the videos for proof as well.
I can do,
We'll put those up
anybody
in the
who knows
story.
me knows
Hey,
push-ups ain't like I
the
can.
pressure.
Cranking nose.
Yeah, bro.
You
Cranking
almost got out
nose.
of it. You almost got out of
He
it.
almost
I
slid.
did,
Do the
but I'm
time.
good.
Do the time. You almost got out of it.
He almost slid.
But
I
we
like
like
it. So
that
we got
though.
him. We got
Yeah.
him. Ladies and gentlemen,
Say no more.
we got him.
We got him.
Is there
doors you
anything
can-
else? I think that was a great.
I think that's. I think that's great.
I love that one.
That was beautiful. Honestly,
That was
No, I
That,
had
what
a
did he
good
say?
time.
That the heart.
whatever sparks your heart, brother.
That sparked.
I got something new.
We got to get rid of that shit. I don't know about
Hey,
that
it sparked my heart, AJ.
All right. I got a different one too. It ain't gonna be the. All right, listen.
Y'all. Go ahead, bro.
Let's get out of here, man. Let's get out of here. The information is free. It's the action of God. Do it
It's
again.
okay.
All right,
Do it
nah,
again.
wait, wait.
Do
Hey,
it
look.
again.
Fuck it.
And action.
All right, here we go. I got something. Whatever sparks your heart, I got it. Don't worry about it. It's on me.
Do your thing.
I got
Spark
it.
Do
that
your
hard.
thing. Do your thing.
The information is free. It's the application that's costly. And at the end of the day, it's just action. So do it.
That was fucking
That was
perfect. And that
fucking
really, real fast.
Yeah.
That ties into what you were saying,
Boom.
doesn't it? Am I lying?
No.
I tried to
100%.
The
find-
information is easy. Take your ass to Barnes and Noble, Amazon, order the book,
Boom.
apply yourself.
Come on.
Watch
That's
what the fuck happens.
Preach.
Man.
Hey, come on. Let's get out of
Here
here.
we go.
Hey, great pod.
All right,
Great pod.
fellas.
This is the Just Action Podcast.